Hello, I'm Karen Elgersma on Galiano Island, getting ready for Festival Active Pass. And you're watching Go Island on ShawTV. On today's show, the Battle of the Badges. And Raji Kabli looks at how we can bowl for a cause. All that and much more on Go Island. Hello, thank you so much for coming all the way to Galiano Island with us today on Go Island. And if you have ever sat on the deck of BC Ferries through Active Pass, you'll know what a magical and spectacular view this area has. There's birds, seals, whales, and I think it's time we celebrate in a big way. What do you think?
I think you're absolutely right.
So what are you going to do about it?
We're going to have a festival.
Yes, we are! The first one ever. Tell us the official name of the festival.
The official name of the festival and the first annual festival is the Active Pass Nature and Arts Festival.
Love it. And you know, it's the perfect title because it's about celebrating these two beautiful things together. And Mother Nature, of course, always inspires such great art. But let's give us the kinds of things that are going to be happening and the dates, first of all, because everyone right now, mark this on your calendar.
Right. The dates are April 17th, 18th, 19th, and that's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There actually are some opportunities for some pre-festival field trips and post-festival field trips as well. So on the Thursday and or the Monday.
Now, Galliano and Maine are coming together in a big way to create this festival, but it officially will be on Main Island, won't it?
The first one this year is on Main Island, and next year it'll be Galliano's turn, and the plan is we will alternate from year to year hosting the festival, cooperating and coordinating between the two islands. So for example, for this first festival, most of the activities are on Main Island, but there are also some field trips available for festival attendees to come over to Galliano or to go to Pender Island or to go to Saturna Island, as well as a lot of field excursions around Main Island itself.
So if I come and stay on Galliano for the weekend and I want to be part of the festival, I can get there?
Absolutely, and as you say, it's quite close. We're looking at Maine right there.
You could swim.
Well, maybe.
Now, give us some of the cool stuff that's going to be happening throughout the weekend.
Well, there's lots. I've already mentioned the field excursions, which are field trips, and there are a lot of those, a lot of choices, many choices. But in addition to that, because I mentioned it's not only a nature festival with a real focus on the wildlife, and I'm talking the bird life, and but also the marine mammals. You've talked about the seals, sea lions, whales, and all of that. Also, marine shore life.
Yes.
There's a lot of that. But
Amazing.
in addition to all the nature stuff, there are going to be, just a whole range of cultural events.
Yes.
And that's going to include everything from artist displays, author readings, a little bit of mini film festival is happening, some music, some live theater, all focused on food. Oh, yes, and celebrating island culture.
Yes.
Lots of food.
Lots of other things we're going to share with you regarding this festival in just a moment. But first, it began as a hockey pickup game, and now it's a tradition. The Saanich and Victoria Police, the Battle of the Badges. Kevin Chirac with that story. Festival Active Pass, first annual. We're on Galliano Island right now. Behind us you can see the ferry terminal. This is something you can see out the window or on the dock, or the deck I should say, if you're on a BC Ferries. But the festival's gonna be on Maine. Let me just make that clear. It's a Galliano Maine Festival team spirit. But
it is.
If people want to come and be part of it, can they come for the day? Can they come for the weekend? What's the best way to plan this?
Well, of course, we'd like to encourage people to come for the whole festival, because there's so many things to do, and really it's going to keep people busy for the full 3 days of the festival. But of course, if someone wants to come over for the day, easy to do on the ferries, come take part in the day's activities, and then head home.
But what is it about this festival that you're putting your heart and soul into it?
Well, it is a celebration, and it is a celebration of all this wonderful stuff about the Gulf Islands. We've already talked a bit about the wildlife and nature, but also the culture and communities of the islands. It's just a rich tapestry of interesting things and interesting people.
I think this is brilliant. It's an idea that I'm excited about for so many reasons, but mostly because Maine and Galliano are such magical places to experience life, to experience nature. And if you come on this weekend and jump into this festival in a big way, it's going to be one of those weekends you'll never forget.
Absolutely, and we're so close to both Victoria and Vancouver.
It's true. It's just an hour away, 45 minutes, depending on where you're coming from. It's so easy to get here, and it's a beautiful ride. Do you like bowling? How about bowling for a cause? Well, big brothers and big sisters have come together to raise money for this amazing organization. Raji Kabli with that story. I feel so chilled and relaxed. Why? Because I am on island time. We're on Galiano Island at the Galliano Inn. I love this mural, Connie. Every time I come here, I just stare at it, and it's like I get something else out of it every time. We're talking about the Active Pass Festival, or as they like to call it, Festival Active Pass. And we're going to talk about how Galliano is a big part of it. But first, just remind everyone about how many artists participated in this mural.
It's a great project. 190 different artists doing through 231 pieces of work. And of course the magic, just to remind you, is that only one of them knew they were painting whales.
It's crazy. So they would just get a square, a tile, and then they had to fill in a certain area. They could do it any way they wanted, and then in the end, wowzers, you get some beautiful orca whales, and that's what this place is all about, isn't it?
It is. Another thing that I like to point out is the name of the mural is called Kunamongst, which means together. So that's very much about the Gulf Islands and Galliano Island. When you live in small island communities, you have to pull together, do projects together, do festivals together.
One of the things that makes island living so magical is that sense of community, and you are invited to be part of it in a big way. On the weekend of April 17th, the very first Festival Active Pass will be happening. It's going to be on Main Island, but it's a partnership, isn't it, between Galliano and Maine?
It is. It's celebrating the unique ecology and personality of these two islands that share Active Pass in between us. And the first festival is on Main Island, and next year it will be on Galliano Island.
If you want to come and stay on Galliano and then be shuttled over to Maine, it's a great way to get both islands, be part of the festival that weekend.
Absolutely.
So I encourage you to stay on either one of the islands, but Galliano, it's kind of fun because then you can kind of hang out here, do your Galliano thing, hop on the shuttle, go over to Maine. Give people, if people want to come and experience Galliano, and what's going on here? What kind of things do you guys have to offer?
Oh, there's lots to do on Galliano. It's very natural and undeveloped island, very much in the spirit of the festival. There's hiking trails, beach trails. We, of course, have a fabulous restaurant. We have a fantastic spa. You can have garden treatments. You can have oceanfront treatments. You can experience everything around a bit of luxury in a beautiful natural setting. So kind of the best of both worlds.
And if you decide to walk on the ferry, instead of take your car, you can just walk right off, walk to the inn. If you really want to, you could rent one of the little smart cars, can't you?
We do. We have a fleet. A fleet of smart cars. They're very cute.
They are.
5 of them in a row.
They're adorable, and you could zip around the island on that, or just come on foot, hang out in the village here, and then hop in the shuttle and go over and experience the festival. We have to take a very short break. But please don't go anywhere. Why? Because when we get back, Dan Kahn is hitting the streets to talk about April Fool's Day. No, I'm not kidding. And we are also going to head to the Shaw Ocean Discovery Center to discover sea stars.
We're speaking in on the morning rather than
Shaw Ocean Discovery Center. It is such a fun place to go. If you have relatives visiting on Easter weekend, or you're just looking for something fun to do, go out to Sydney by the Sea and enjoy going underneath the sea, really, the Salish Sea. And if you want to celebrate Active Pass in a big way, come to the Festival Active Pass, first annual festival. Galliano and Maine are coming together to create music, celebrate nature, celebrate food, celebrate the Gulf Islands. It's going to be on Maine, but Galliano is involved in a huge way. It's a partnership. Now, a lot of people have never been to Galliano Island before, and if they want to just walk on the ferry and come here, what can they do in the village?
Oh, big advantage to arriving here in Galliano is the village is right there.
Yeah.
So everything's within walking distance. There's some sweet little cafes, a bakery, Grand Central Diner. There's art gallery, little shops, lots to do, and some easy beach accesses and easy hikes from there. The world's best little bookstore, from my opinion.
Yes.
If you haven't been in there, don't miss.
It is.
And all of that's just within 5 minutes of the ferry terminal. The only Gulf Island, I think, that has that kind of little village right there.
It is. So when you get off the ferry, so if you choose to walk, bike, take your two wheels to Galliano, you just get off the ferry, bang, everything is right there, including the Galliano Inn. Come check this place out. It's so spectacular. Walk through the beautiful gardens or look at this mural, which I'm telling you, that mural just makes me crazy. And that's why these festivals are so great. So often we don't get the chance to see and celebrate the Gulf Islands, and it's so fun because every island has its own personality, doesn't it?
Its own character. Each one is very, very different.
Totally. You won't believe Maine and Galliano even. So different, even though they're like a stone throw from each other. We have to take a very short break, but go nowhere when we come back. James Green with the Royals Report and more right here on Galliano Island. Festival Active Pass will be April 17th, 18th, and 19th on Main Island. It's a celebration of the Gulf Islands. Galliano is involved in a big way. It's a great place to stay and visit as part of the festival. I love it here. I think this festival is going to be one of those annual events that everyone will start attending once you discover all the magic it has. We will see you next time on Go Island.
Women's clothing provided by Tulip Noir, casual designer fashions. Men's wardrobe by DG Bremner & Co. Menswear and accessories. Hair services provided by Salon J.